Hi friends, I'm Trevor, the creator of PAWSUM, and today we are excited to be featuring artist Julian Kok, joining us now from Singapore. Hey Julian.
Hi, good to see you again, and thanks for having me.
We know you're a rising star in the magic art world, but actually you started playing Magic the Gathering as a fan when you were very young. Was it a dream of yours growing up to one day be able to actually be an illustrator for the card game?
Yes, absolutely. Because as a player and as an artist, because it's sort of getting into that franchise, it's like you made it to a certain point in your career.
Is there one piece that you're really proud of that you think stands out amongst your magic artworks?
Eiganjo is the one of my favorite, right? And I think it's also one of my proudest piece because I think the theme sort of helps as well because we are seeing Kamigawa became like a sci-fi age fantasy where it's like a jump from the old times, the Kamigawas, and now it's like a sci-fi Kamigawa age.
Yes, Eiganjo is an amazing piece, and I remember seeing it for the first time as well, and really feeling like, wow, this is a different look for Kamigawa. It had something familiar, but also felt really fresh. And when we had the chance to talk to Ryan Pancoast about Discover the Impossible, which I know you're a fan of as well, I thought it was really fascinating how his piece was one of the earliest ones that helped set the tone for the world. And I think in your case with Eiganjo, knowing that it was a legendary land, that must have been, something that you felt was a lot of maybe extra pressure or extra meaning when you were creating the artwork.
Thank you. I think it was a very challenging task to me for that particular assignments because I remember when I first got the brief, because I played Magic in the past, I said, wait, hold on a second, this is like a really important, because by the name itself, it is a really important scene, right? And it's sort of like I can tell that, okay, wait, this is a Eiganjo, this is not like anywhere else, right? So I presume it's going to be an important piece. So while working on it, I sort of tried to, there's lots of trials and errors when I was doing it, and what's the best way to portray that compositions, like, because I tried to like, or should I make it like top down, should I make it like from looking from the left or the right, and then ultimately it's sort of like position it in the middle.
I've always wondered, do you care more if it's going to be a legendary land or a mythic, before you're doing the art piece? I know generally you don't know exactly what rarity the card will be, but I'm just curious, if you see a brief and you're like, hey, this feels like it's important, does that add more pressure to you as an artist?
I mean, as an artist, at least for myself, I try to make the best art that I can.
Yeah, that's a great mindset. And let me just ask, what is one of the most challenging briefs you've gotten for a Magic card?
Okay, so there's another one which is Horizon of Progress. It's also coincidentally, it's also a Kamigawa settings.
Yeah.
I think that was also challenging because it's trying to portray, because if you look at the card itself, it was split into like two. There's a top half and the bottom half. So the top half is supposed to be the reflection of the past of the buildings, like the scene. So that was a very interesting brief, and I pretty enjoyed doing it actually, and was one of the challenging ones as well.
Let me just say, I love Horizon of Progress, and I actually, of course, bought some of your Horizon of Progress playmats because of the artwork, but I also bought a bunch of Horizon of Progress ripple foils from that set because I felt like that treatment and your artwork actually fit perfectly together. So it's kind of cool to hear you talk about, how complex or how challenging you felt like that was as an artwork, because it really turned out beautifully. And I also know that you take a lot of pride in drawing detailed sketches on the back of your artist-proof cards. I'm just curious, do you keep one copy of every card that you've ever done for Magic?
Yeah, I do have them, yeah. But I don't get some of, for example, there's one serialized one. There's no artist proof for that. And also the real card, it's pretty expensive, so I don't I don't have it.
It's the Jin-Gitaxias, right?
Yes, it's the Jin-Gitaxias.
Yeah, that's an amazing card. Actually, my friend Frank opened that in a pack, and I really regret not buying it from him.
Oh wow, you opened from a pack.
So looking at how your Magic career has evolved since 2019, if you could travel back in time and give yourself, your past self, a piece of advice based on what you've learned since, what would that be?
Okay, for myself, I think I will just tell myself, start traditional art earlier. Like started to get into it. But it's not that I was traditionally trained, to be honest, because of demand, because the demand shifted, especially in Asia. We don't really have like a fine art. I don't think we have a fine art school dedicated to do like
Right.
classical painting because the
Right.
industry is moving so fast back in 2005 onwards.
Yeah.
And then what so far is keeping the pace with software. So we are pretty much
Yes.
like, if you don't do that, you're sort of missing out.
So can you talk about what it's like as an artist who's built a career mainly using digital tools? Why you find it's so important to rediscover traditional mediums, especially in a world where, a lot of people are talking about AI and using those types of tools. I find it wonderful to hear, from Ryan and yourself, talk about how important it is to use traditional mediums when you're an artist.
I'm fortunate enough to work with clients that really values human artists and visits. They have been fantastic. The art directors are amazing people, and so they value the hard work and the what artists can produce themselves. At least I myself, I don't use AI at all in my work. I've not even for reference, like zero AI reference in my work. Very good reason is because we have survived without AI a long time ago. And more of the reason is that the older movies actually looks better without the current technology. For example, Jurassic Park, Terminator 2, even Terminator 1, actually. And they're still great, right? If you look back at these movies right now, they're great films.
Yes, absolutely. I'm a fan of directors even today, like Christopher Nolan, who does a lot of practical shooting, like in Tenet, where he literally crashed the airplane into the warehouse. And when I was talking to Ryan, and he recently talked about going back to plein air painting and just taking his canvas outdoors.
Yeah.
And he said that was really rejuvenating for his spirit, to just do that, painting outside. And you could see how happy he is talking about that. I think that in many ways, as artists, obviously, we need to work for a living, but also if we do things that feel good for our soul, I really believe that it reflects itself into the artwork. And then people who collect your artwork, whether it's as a card or playmat or buying your future originals, the one-of-ones, as you say, they can really feel your soul inside of the artwork. And I think that's something that AI cannot really replicate.
Yeah, 100%. I think the self-pleasure part was spot on, actually.
Well, Julian, this has been such a great talk. Before I let you go, I have to ask you, we want to do more videos in this artist series to shine spotlight on talented artists like you. So who are two Magic the Gathering artists that you think we should absolutely talk to?
So I have a close friend also in Singapore. His name is Darren Tan. He's also a Singaporean magic artist. And I think he started doing magic, I think, slightly earlier than I am. He has really, really amazing art, fantastic person to talk to. The other person, I do know them personally, but Erica Young, she did the Flusterstorm. I think she has very low follower count, which I think she should deserve more.
All right, great. Well, I hope that we can get connected with Darren, and we will also go ahead and try to find Erica and see if we can get in touch with her to come on our show. Thank you so much for being on our channel. And I look forward to seeing you again, hopefully maybe hanging out next time in Singapore and playing some Commander.
Oh, absolutely love to. Yeah. I mean, thanks for having me for this chat. Yeah, I mean, it's great to talk to you again, actually.
All right. That was so cool to talk to Julian Kok. Go check out his Etsy store. It's got the links to all his social media. And as an artist, he's actually really great at responding to your messages, whether it's via email or Instagram. So do reach out to him if you want to buy any of his artist proofs or playmats or other work. And it sounds like he's going to have some traditional paintings coming up soon. So if you're a collector of original artwork, I think his first few original pieces could be really sought after and something fun to add to your collection. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. If you want to support PAWSUM, please check out PAWSUMKickstarter.com or follow us at PlayPAWSUM on Instagram, TikTok, and here on YouTube. I look forward to spotlighting more magic artists on this channel. If there's someone you want us to talk to, please leave their name in the comments below. We will try to find them and hopefully get them on the show. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, PAWSUM is awesome, and so are you.